Hi, Scorpio. Happy February. All right. Can you guys take a deep breath for me? All right. Yeah, there's been a lot of repeating cards for a lot of the signs, so it's just very interesting to see everyone go through pretty much the same thing, but in their own way. All right. So, in the heart of your reading, you have the Two of Wands in reverse. Oops, sorry. Let me turn off my fire. You have the Two of Wands in reverse. So it's talking about, this is like a card of pessimism. So I feel very low when I started doing your reading. It's like you can't see any horizons broadening for you anytime soon because you can only focus on the negative. Like there's a lack of wanting to look at things positively. The opposing factor is the Nine of Coins in reverse. So your lack of positivity could be due to a lack in finances or a lack in self-worth. The Nine of Coins usually talks about money and independence, but it's an emotional independence as well. Because, of course, if you are financially independent, you would feel emotionally independent because then you don't have to rely on someone, right? So this is feeling like you can't be independent right now. It feels like you can't be alone with yourself in terms of your resources or lack of resources. So maybe if you need some things to figure out, like if you're unemployed and you need to find a job, looking for jobs makes you very stressed because then it reminds you of the whole situation, so then you avoid it. So something like that. But of course, this is a general reading, so apply it to whatever. In the root cause, you have the Three of Wands. So I think at the core, you guys are you would like to be optimistic. You would like to be able to see out in front of you all the things that are coming in. You would like to see your ships coming in for you. But as of right now, it's just kind of like because this is the known influence. You have the Hierophant in reverse. So it's like the Three of Wands compared to a major arcana, even if it is upside down, it's still very like minuscule energy. So it's like this is kind of what you want in the back of your head, in the back of your mind. But right now there is a more prominent energy, which is reality. And the Hierophant in reverse is a breaking of tradition. It doesn't have to be long-term tradition. It could be breaking of routine. Taurus is a fixed earth energy. So something that was fixed in your immediate physical reality was turned upside down, or it was kind of challenged, and now that has caused you to feel like you are alone but also lonely, and also you don't have the motivation to try to come out of that state, which could be considered part of grieving. So if that is part of your grieving process, allow it to happen. You have to feel the emotions, so you might as well just let them come out. Have a good cry, In the past, you have the Lovers, so a lot of you could be dealing with a relationship or a breakup or friendship. I don't know why that word was like so hard for me to come out. But yeah, because the Lovers is a Gemini card, so it talks about like friendship and that like friendly bond. So this could be about friends. It could be about a lover, obviously. The Seven of Wands in your current energy. So you feel like you have to fight for a lot, or you feel like you have to defend yourself a lot. And it's like you feel almost victimized in a way because it's like, you see it's how, like, it's 6 against 1. So you feel like, again, you're in this alone. You are having to deal with this alone. But I feel like I don't know, because the Seven of Wands, it's a very bright card. So I am getting the message for some of you that if there are people around you that's trying to help you, don't try to take it personally. Like, they're really just trying to help you. They're really just trying to reignite your motivation and your fire for life again. So, but I think that pessimism is just not allowing you to see that there are people around that actually care, and you're trying to take their advice personally, or they're just trying to communicate something to you and you're taking it too personally. In your position, you have the Six of Wands in reverse. So again, this is ego. I think right now you guys have a bruised ego. You have a hurt ego. You are not feeling victorious in whatever the situation is. You're not feeling, again, fiery. You're not feeling, I mean, I know you guys are a water sign, but like you guys are pretty feisty, right? So you do have some fire in you. You are ruled by Mars. So there is just a lack of that like oomph that you usually have. And because, again, your environment is the Ten of Cups in reverse. So it's just not the most abundant time right now. It's kind of something that, again, was flipped on its head. But at the same time, I still think this is a perspective thing, because the Ten of Cups is it's very positive. I mean, I know it's upside down, but it's kind of like, I'm looking at the two gold cards here. So directly connected, right? So your environment is how you view it, and how you view yourself is connected to the environment. So of course, if you like went through a breakup or something, your environment is that, and so your emotional state is going to be that. But if this has been a breakup that's happened for a while, or this is a job or a friendship or something that has ended for a while, it's now just asking you that there are other blessings around, but you have to, again, be the one to flip these cards right side up. So it's like your self-worth, and then your reality will mirror that. Let's see. Your advice is the Six of Swords in reverse. So this is the universe asking you to be more retrospective, looking back at the past in a healing way, not a judgmental way, and looking at things from a more logical perspective rather than emotional. Because now that you've traveled the treacherous seas, you can, like on these waters, right, you can go back on the bridge of swords that you build with your mind, because you don't have to walk in those, you don't have to swim in the water anymore, you can walk over it, and look at things from a higher perspective. So go back and looking at things from a higher perspective, from a different perspective, keyword, looking at things from a different point of view and trying to understand things from all angles. And I think once you do that, you will heal. The Three of Swords talks about, a lot of people say it's the reconciliation card, but I don't see reconciliation, because a lot of these cards are individual cards. Like, they're just single people on a card. I think this is healing yourself. I think this feeling of lack, this feeling of codependency is because of some kind of deep-rooted, bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles, deep-rooted abandonment issues, deep-rooted issues of feeling like you're not good enough, like you aren't deserving enough. So going back and looking at that and figuring out why you believe that about yourself, why you believe that you can't have the things that you deserve, or that things are happening to you and not for you. So just looking at, again, things from a different perspective. I'm surprised the Hangman in reverse didn't come out, because everyone's been getting that. But it's really, I think that shows that you guys are working on it. You are trying to look at things from a different perspective other than your own, and it's allowing you to heal. But of course, it's still going to hurt, and I think that's what you guys are trying to avoid, is the pain of the truth and the pain of what happened. But once we get past the pain, there's nothing left to process. It's all uphill from there, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you guys, Scorpio. Yeah. Take care of yourself. This is a really heavy energy. And I think the deeper you go, or the more back you go, the more you'll realize certain situations and how everything kind of strings together, and how kind of everything is connected. Because it's all rooted in ego and self-worth and what you believe about yourself. Okay, so if you guys are looking for a way to come out of that mindset, because I understand how hard it is for Scorpios to kind of leave their headspace, I would suggest journaling. I would suggest writing things down. You don't have to journal every day. You don't have to be like, these are my feelings today. But every once in a while, it wouldn't hurt. Okay? Yeah, I say that because your Capricorn house, your third house in Capricorn, I can't talk right now, I don't know why. It's being lit up with all those planetary bodies. So that's your house of communication. So I think writing things down, I think I told you this last month. I'm not sure if it was you or some other sign. But writing things down will be really beneficial because you can get it out of your head and onto something physical, and then you can just throw it away. So that's a really good way to just kind of, eject something from your mind. Just write it out, and then it's like, done. All right, Scorpio, I hope you have a wonderful February, and I'll see you next month.